Good afternoon, students. Today we will discuss the third topic of 8th class CBSE chapter, Mineral and Power Resources. Mineral and Power Resources. In this topic we will discuss about the meaning of minerals, meaning of minerals, classification of minerals, extraction of minerals, distribution of minerals, distribution of minerals in the world and India. In the world and India, and at last about mineral conservation. At first we will discuss about the meaning of minerals. Basically, minerals are considered a naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition. A naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition. For example, salt. The chemical composition of salt is NaCl, limestone, and the chemical composition of limestone is CaCO3, graphite. It is related to carbon, water, H2O. On the basis of these examples, we can say that minerals are considered a naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition. Minerals are localized because all minerals can't be found everywhere. Minerals are unevenly distributed over space. Minerals are one of the major resources of a country and provide sound base for economic and industrial development. But how? It can be said that mineral provides raw material for various industries, and industries play a major role to form a particular economy. For example, Tata Iron and Steel Company, we can say TISCO, provide raw material. That's why these are considered one of the major resources, of a country. For example, TISCO, the full form of TISCO, Tata Iron and Steel Company, which was established in 1907 by Jamshedji Tata, and the raw material which is used in TISCO is coal and iron ore. Yes, it is said that minerals provide us raw material, and it provides a sound base for our economy. But somewhere minerals affect our daily life, our day-to-day life. How, like for example, we clean our teeth with toothpaste, and our toothpaste contains the minerals like silica, limestone, aluminium oxide, and various phosphate minerals. So we can say that our day-to-day life is also affected by minerals, and that's why these are known as powerful resources. It contains silica, limestone, aluminium oxide, and various phosphate minerals. But now the question arises, how are minerals formed? Let me discuss about the formation of minerals. Minerals are formed in different types of geological environments under various conditions. They are created by natural process without any human interference, and basically their formation depends on rock cycle formation of minerals created by natural process without any human interference. I have told you that generally the rock circulation provides us minerals. For example, there are three types of rocks: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. Then somewhere the formation of minerals from igneous and metamorphic rocks like this: igneous and metamorphic rocks. In igneous and metamorphic rocks, minerals may occur in the cracks, folds, or joints. The smallest occurrences are called veins, and the larger are called lodes. In most cases, they are formed when minerals in liquid, molten, and gaseous forms are forced upward through cavities towards the Earth's surface. They cool and solidify as they rise. Major metallic minerals like tin, copper, zinc, and lead, etc., are obtained from veins and lodes. Basically, in igneous and metamorphic rocks, we can find minerals through veins and lodes. Minerals can be found through veins and lodes. Now the question arises, what is vein and lodes? Vein are smallest occurrence in cracks, folds, or joints is known as veins. The other one is, now we will discuss about the extraction of minerals. Extraction of minerals. What is the extraction? To taking out minerals from the earth is known as extractions. Basically, this process can be divided into three parts. The first is mining, the second is drilling, and the third one is quarrying. Okay, what is mining? The process of taking out minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface is called mining, and mining can be divided into two parts. The first is open cast mining, and the second is shaft mining. Minerals that lie at shallow depths are taken out by removing the surface layer. This is known as open cast mining. And in shaft mining, we can see that the word shaft is related to deep pores. That's why in this process, deep pores have to be made to reach mineral deposits that lie at great depths. And in drilling, deep wells are made to take the minerals out. Basically, this process is useful for natural gas, petroleum, and oil. And what about quarrying? Minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process, and this process is known as quarrying. Now we will discuss about the distribution of minerals. At first we will discuss about the distribution of minerals in reference to 7 continents, and later on we will study about India. In 7 continents we can include Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, Africa and Australia. At first we will discuss about Asia. In Asia we will study about China and India, because China and India are two major countries of Asia. So at first we will discuss about China. In China we can find iron ore, tin, lead, tungsten. And whereas in India we can find iron ore, bauxite, manganese, nickel and zinc. China is famous iron ore, tin, lead, bauxite, whereas India is famous for iron ore also, bauxite, manganese, nickel and zinc. After it we will see in Europe. Europe is considered the largest producer of iron ore. Basically in Europe, European Russia, Ukraine, Sweden and France are famous for iron ore. Europe is famous for iron ore. And iron ore is found in European Russia, Ukraine, Sweden and France. Basically, Eastern Europe is famous for copper, lead, zinc, manganese, and in Eastern Europe we can include Poland, Lithuania, and Ukraine also. So we can say that Europe is also famous for copper, lead, zinc, manganese, and nickel. Now North America. North America can be divided in three parts. The first is Canadian region, the second is Appalachian region, and the third one is mountain ranges. In North America, we can include three regions. The first is Canadian region, the second is Appalachian region, and the third one is mountain ranges. And in mountain ranges, we can include western cordilleras. Okay, at first we will discuss about Canadian region. Canadian region is famous for iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium and copper. You need not to cram these minerals because you can learn them in this way. Like I have told you that in Canadian region we can find iron ore, nickel, gold, uranium and copper. Like we will take Canadian region and this C stand for copper, N stand for nickel, G stand for gold, and if we include R in ION, then it stands for iron ore. Now you have to remember only one mineral, that is uranium. The second one is Appalachian region. Basically Appalachian region is famous for coal, and coal is also known as black gold. Why? Why coal is no why coal is known as black gold? We can see that coal is not so costly as gold, but it is as precious as gold, and it is considered a prime source of energy like thermal power. It is used as a raw material in many industries like disco and used for the manufacturing of machines, agricultural implements, etc. That's why it is known as black gold. Mountain ranges, I have told you that in mountain ranges we can include western cordilleras, and western cordilleras is famous for copper, lead, zinc, gold and silver. Now we will discuss about South America. South America is famous for gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, asbestos and diamond. In South America, we can find high-grade iron ore, or we can say Brazil, a country of South America, is considered the largest producer of high-grade iron ore and tin. Basically, tin is found in Brazil and Colombia, whereas for copper, Chile and Peru are famous. And in other countries, in other Southern American countries, we can find these kind of minerals like gold, silver, zinc, chromium. And South America is also famous for mineral oil, and for mineral oil, Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, Peru, and Colombia are famous. Peru, Argentina, and Colombia are famous. Okay, now we will discuss about Africa. Africa is considered the largest producer of diamond, gold, and platinum, and we can find Africa is considered the largest producer of precious metals because diamond, gold, and platinum are considered precious metals. And in Africa, we can find diamond, gold, and platinum. And for these minerals, South Africa and Zeri Basin are famous. Basically, South Africa and Zeri Basin are famous for these minerals. Africa is also famous for copper, iron ore, chromium, uranium, cobalt, and bauxite. And in some African countries like Nigeria, Libya, and Angola, we can find mineral oil also. Now we will have a glance in Australia. Australia is considered the largest producer of bauxite. Australia. It is considered the largest producer of bauxite. And leading producer leading producer gold, leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, and nickel. Basically, in other minerals, we can find copper, lead, zinc, and manganese in Australia. And in Australia, Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie are famous. These are considered the largest deposits of gold. Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie. Do you know that the oldest rocks in the world are in Western Australia and they formed 4,300 million years ago and only 300 million years after the earth was formed? Basically, Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie are also situated in Western Australia. Now the seventh and last is Antarctica. Antarctica is famous for iron ore, silver, gold, coal. Antarctica is famous for iron ore, silver, gold, oil and coal. Okay, now we will study about the distribution in India. Distribution in India. In India, we can find iron ore, bauxite, mica, copper, manganese, limestone, gold, and salt. Basically, in India, iron ore is found in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, MP, Goa, Maharashtra, and Karnataka, and Orissa also. India has considered a largest deposit. India has deposits of high-grade iron ore, and it can be found in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, MP, Goa. Maharashtra, and Orissa, and Karnataka. Basically, Karnataka is considered the largest producer of iron ore in India because in Karnataka we can found 26% of iron ore, and the second one is Orissa, and in Orissa we can find 25% of iron ore total production. The second one is bauxite, and bauxite can be found in Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, MP, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. Orissa is the largest producer of bauxite in India. Orissa, Chhattisgarh, MP, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. In Orissa, we can find 45% of bauxite total production. Now the third one is mica, and for mica, Jharkhand, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, and Rajasthan are famous. Copper, the fourth one is copper, and copper is found in Rajasthan, MP, Jharkhand, and Andhra Pradesh. MP is the largest producer of copper in India, and MP produces 58% of copper's total production. Basically, Rajasthan's Khetri mines are also famous for copper, and in MP, Balaghat mines are famous for copper. Now, gold. In India, gold is found in Kolar mines that are in Karnataka, and manganese. For manganese, Maharashtra, MP, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh are famous. Basically, Orissa is considered the largest producer of manganese in India. Orissa, Karnataka, MP, Chhattisgarh. In the starting of the chapter, I have told you about the uses of minerals. Basically, minerals are used in industries. Uses of minerals. Minerals are used in many industries. Minerals which are used for gems are usually hard, and these are then set in various styles for jewelry. Copper is another metal that is used in everything from coins to pipes. Like silicon is used in computer industry, and it is obtained from quartz. Aluminium that is obtained from its ore bauxite. It is used in automobiles and airplanes, bottling industry, buildings, and even in kitchen cookware also. Now we will discuss about the conservation of minerals. Conservation of minerals. At first, we will discuss about the meaning of mineral conservations. Like minerals are considered non-renewable resource. Why minerals are considered non-renewable resource? Because it takes thousands of years for the formation and concentration of minerals, and the rate of minerals formation is smaller than their consumption. That's why these are known as non-renewable resource. Okay, uh, now we will discuss about minerals conservation. What is the meaning of minerals conservation? It means using minerals carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called as minerals conservation. Now the question arises, how can we conserve minerals? Basically, minerals can be conserved in the following ways, like using minerals in a planned way. The other one is improved technologies. And the third one is recycling of metals. The first is using minerals in a planned way. It means we should use minerals carefully and should not waste them. We should use them in such a way so that we can keep them safe for our future generation also. We should use scrap metals and other substitutes so that we can conserve minerals. And if we are not taking steps in the conservation of minerals, then one day they will be exhausted and our future generation cannot take the benefit of these minerals. The second is improved technologies. Yeah. To conserve the minerals, improved technologies are needed so that we can reduce the wastage of minerals that is occurred in the process of mining. If we are reducing the wastage, then somewhere we are conserving minerals. If we have improved technologies, we can use the low grade ores also, and if we use the low grade ores, then somewhere we can find the minerals in higher amount. The third is recycling of metals. It is another way of using metals. In this process, we have to sell the minerals in such industries where they can be made usable after a necessary processing. If we use this technique, then somewhere we are not using new minerals, and if we are not using new minerals, then we can say that we are saving these minerals. So these are the some processes, or we can say these are the some techniques by which we can conserve minerals. And we can say that we should respect each and every aspect of nature, and minerals are also considered an important aspect of nature. That's why we should conserve minerals, and the concept of sustainable development should be applicable in this reference also.